Hey buddy, can you say Merry Christmas? Say da 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 da. Say no Merry Christmas. Okay. Merry Christmas, buddy. Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. I am absolutely exhausted, tired. My band played a gig last night. Let's see if that's better. Yeah. My band played a gig last night that went past midnight. That's really late for an old guy like me. I forgot my camera, or else I would have had some cool footage. It was at this really nice barn outside of town. I'll try to put a picture up or something. But anyway, so I'm moving slow today. Today's Sunday, December 7th? December 8th. Sunday, December 8th. So we're going to make some Christmas baits, you know. Most people are baking up Christmas cookies. They're mailing out Christmas cards. We're going to do Christmas fishing lures. And we're going to do them using this. What is this? Well, let's find out. Okay, so this is the Angling AI core shot mold. And if you saw my last video, I was doing core shots on small panfish lures. But this mold right here is the OG. This is the original core shot design from Angling AI, of course. So many unique and you know, just kind of innovative ideas are coming out of AI, and this is one of them. There's been a few knockoffs, so to speak, but nevertheless, we're going to play with the real thing here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do like Christmas core shots, and I think what we're going to try to do is do like a see-through green shell, maybe with some red flake, or maybe try to swirl the green and red shells. The problem is red likes to bleed. That's what we're going to try to do. They'll kind of almost be like candy cane colors. You know, if you go to the store and you buy a candy cane, it's usually a white candy cane with red and green stripes or swirls. So that's kind of going to be the color scheme here. I got to kind of figure that out. So we're going to figure that out, and then we'll meet you right back. But that's what we're doing today, and hope you guys are having a holly jolly Merry Christmas season. And one little quick tip, I guess you could call it. It's always a good idea to kind of clean out and wipe down your Pyrex cups before you use them. Reason why is because a lot of times there's residue left in your cups. There's residue, or maybe some old flake, old glitter, and not only will that kind of contaminate your color, but however, a lot of times when you have old residue or old plastic residue in your cups, or if they've just been sitting out in your shop and you haven't wiped them down and patted them dry, a lot of times there's going to be moisture in those cups. You know, the old plastic that just sits around, if you'll notice, a lot of times your remelts have more bubbles in them than when you actually used it originally. And that's because they're sitting out. They're in the atmosphere in your shop. Same with your cups. So just a quick little tip to avoid, well, to have less bubble trouble. Okay, so our plastic is heating up. So I've got the rods taken out of the mold, and again, I've shown this a lot of times, but you want to oil up the rods real well. That way the plastic will be able to be pulled off the rods. Okay, so you just want to oil them up, put the rods in place. This is significantly simpler than that little panfish mold. Okay, and now we're going to close the mold. And we are ready to then shoot the shells, which I came up with a different idea. I said I needed to figure it out. I think I've got something that will work. I've never milked the cow and swirled this core shot mold. So we're going to swirl a white and green swirl. So we're going to use just a little bit of white, just enough to make it kind of look white but still see-through. And then some green, okay? And we're going to do that as our swirled shell, and then do the core with a non-bleed red. Why isn't that in focus? Come on. There we go. So MF makes some non-bleed red colors. And that's what we're going to use. So hopefully that will work. I have to go get my twin injector ready to milk the cow. And then we're going to actually build the colors. So we'll be right back whenever we have all that kind of started. Yeah, so our plastic's looking nice and clear. Now this is dead on plastic worm blend. Normally your softer blends are usually a little more clear because there's less resin in it. There's more plasticizer. So anyway, we're about to get these colors built, and then we'll be on our way. Alright, so now we're going to look into building these colors, and I don't want to use very much of either color because again, these are for shells. So these need to be see-through. So what's going to be hard here is getting enough pigment into these two colors to where you can actually see the color distinction in the shell, but still be see-through enough to see the core. So this may kind of be a lost cause. This may not work at all, which in that case I will just kind of default back to my original plan. But as of right now, this is what we're going to try and accomplish. So come on now, a little bit of white, yeah, just a smidge. White's very thick usually. Okay, so that's just 2 little drops there. Yeah. See, that might already be too thick. I'm not sure, but in any event, we're going to put a little bit of flake into these. Alright, so I've got the camera backed way up here, so we're going to do what's called milking the cow. You can see that the injector has been taken apart. I've taken off the top rod that goes right there. That kind of keeps both plungers together and even. So we're going to kind of, go one side, one side, one side, one side. So it's a pulsing motion. I've got my 2 cups right there. I added some flake. I'll show you what that is after we do it. So hopefully this works. Here we go. You can see it's a side-to-side motion. And so what I did, well, that's not, come on, focus. It's not focusing, I'll show you later. Okay, let's see if these shells turned out. If they didn't turn out the way I want, I might just try a laminate with these 2 colors, or maybe go back to my original plan. The trick is just, is it gonna swirl enough? That's gonna be the kicker. Yeah, didn't really do what I wanted. I'm sure those swirls are in there, but it just kind of runs together. There's not enough distinction in the 2 colors, and the problem with that is just they're so see-through because they have to be, that you just can't see the contrast. That was what I was afraid of. There's kind of a little bit of it there. You can see some white, green. However, I'm just gonna have to laminate the next one. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna do a laminate of the green and white. And see if it works that way, and then hopefully those will look okay. I think either way though, we'll be able to see the red core. So let me regroup here and then we'll do this over. Okay, so now we're going to take these 2 colors and do a laminate, but I actually want to add more flake. So this is fine silver. And I was adding that to the white side, just to give it a little sparkle, and then some small red, 0.015. This is going in the green side. Okay, and like I said, I already had some of this flake in there, but when I looked at the first run of shells, it just kind of wasn't enough flake, so wanted to add some more to each side. before doing the laminates. So again, with laminates, you want even temperatures on each side of the aisle. So I want this green plastic to be roughly the same temperature as the white silvery plastic. Now, with a little bit of experience, you'll just kind of be able to look at the viscosity and tell which one is warmer or which one is colder. That one is the colder one right here. This stuff over here is absolutely burning up. So what I'm going to do is pop this one in the microwave for about 6-7 seconds, and once they look to be even, or you can just use a temp gun and know for sure. But we're going to get them even, then we're going to shoot our laminate shells. Okay, so we're just going to kind of swish that for a second. See what we have. 326. Didn't get a good read. That one's 311. So I actually got that one a little too hot. So again, we want these even. So what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to swirl that one around. That will let out heat, and that will bring them closer to temperature. Okay, so that right there, all that smoke and steam that's coming off, that's heat escaping. So now what we're going to do is we're going to shoot laminate shots here. Okay, so I have the bar back on my twin injector that allows those to move evenly. So we're going to do some even shells here real quick. Come on, yeah, there we go. Okay, so just a straight regular laminate like you've seen on here 1,000 times. I don't milk the cow that much because honestly it's a pain in the butt. But hopefully these right here will work okay. Beautiful. And hopefully we'll get something that will actually work this time. Okay, let's check on these laminate shells here. Just see if they did a little bit better. They should, in theory, have done better. Okay, so there's the green side. Let's see if they, yes, okay. So there you go, you can see the laminate. Yeah, I think we have a winner. Yeah, there we go. Yep, you can see each side there. Let's try and take a closer look. Yeah. Very cool. And you can see the rod in the middle, which hopefully means we'll be able to see the core. So that's the idea, is to make a shell that looks good that will also let you see the core. Because after all, what good is a core shot if you can't see the core shot effect? So here is our shell. And I'm actually pretty excited about that. No, it's not a swirl like a candy cane. We tried and failed, as we often do in bait making. You know, for every good thing that you might see me do on here, there were plenty of not good things that didn't make the cut. So anyway, we're gonna set all these shells. We're gonna actually do one more run of shells real quick after these, and then we will core shot them, and hopefully we have some holly jolly stickworms. Okay, and here is round 2 of the shells. Come on. Come on. Still trying to learn this, you guys. Maybe that'll work? No? What is going on here? There we go. So there is the next round of shells. Looking good, looking good. Hopefully we don't ruin it with the red cores. Okay, now it's time to put the shells back in the mold. So, let's see. Perfect. Okay. The best way to do it is, there's like that little middle egg sac, and you line it up with that. So that's kind of the preferred way to do it. So anyway, we're gonna keep doing that there. And you want to make sure that both ends are open. That way you have a better chance of success, because sometimes the plastic, plastisol is kind of sticky when it's not fully cured. Sometimes like that end will stick together, and then you've got problems. And you don't want to go to all this effort and spend all this time doing this just to have a few failed baits. Let's see. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay, now we're going to close the mold. Well, maybe. There we go. And then we're going to build the red color. So I have the next cup of plastisol cooking, and that will be, and that will be our red cores. Okay, here we go, guys and gals. MF non-bleed red. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Rudofin non-bleed. Sure. Okay, so we're going to add that to our plastic, of course. Want to get a pretty good amount of it in there because I want it to be fairly opaque. That way you can see the core. All right. And it kind of has a pearlish effect to it, which I think kind of aids in the whole it doesn't bleed thing. Because pearls, mica powders really don't bleed. If you'll notice, they just don't bleed like pigments and dyes can. So who knows? That may just be worm oil and mica powder for all I know. But either way, it works. You want to shoot your core plastic pretty hot. So here we go. First round of cores. Hopefully that worked. I might actually need more plastic. I don't think I mixed up enough for both sets, but we'll try it anyway. Hold lots of pressure when you're doing the cores. You got to remember that plastic has to travel 5 inches down a pathway that narrow. So it's got a tall order, a tall task to achieve. But fingers crossed. Okay, drum roll please. And I don't have the best feeling about this, guys. Just the more I looked at that, it just kind of wasn't bright red enough. I don't know if it's going to show up very well, but I used it so that it wouldn't bleed. Actually, one of them didn't work, but those look awesome. So complete fail there, but I think they're actually going to look really good. Yeah, so let's take them off here. Look at that, guys. Christmas cores. I think it actually looks really good. They're candy cane colors in a way. Candy cane Christmas colors. And again, you can just see, that was you see that? Let me see if I can get it to focus. That got pinched when I shut the mold. Yep. Had that been open like that, we'd have had all 5. So again, definitely pay attention when you're doing these core shots, because that can be the difference in awesomeness or not awesomeness. I'm actually super, super happy with these guys. I was worried about it. I didn't think the core was going to look the way I wanted to, but now I am. So we're going to go ahead and load the next round of shells. We're going to double check them to make sure that they are open, which I thought I had done already, and then we're going to get started on the next ones. Alright, so you can see I have my angled Pyrex cup holder, and that's because whenever you kind of get low on plastic, down here, whenever you get low on plastic, if you angle it, you can actually get your injector nozzle further in the bottom, and you'll just get a little extra plastic out. And so we want to get as much out of this as we can, so that we'll have enough here to fill our cores. So here we go. All right, and that was hot. That was 365. I had just hit it with the temp gun, and those are some hot cores. So we shouldn't have any issues with them filling, hopefully. Hopefully. Okay, I think that's good. We'll top that off. And we should be done, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're gonna do another little drum roll here. We're gonna do like a little march because I'm that confident that these are gonna work. So here we go. There we go. Let's see if my arrogance paid off. And it did. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, count them with me, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Got them all. I knew those were going to work. They just felt good. Look at that. Christmas cores. These are some of my favorite core shots that I've ever done. And not just because it's Christmas time. They're just pretty. I love it. I love it. I love it. What do you guys think? What do y'all think? I know what I think. I think they're splendid. If I could go hang these on the Christmas tree, I would, but I kind of want to put them in the tackle box. But I might hang them on the Christmas tree anyways. Well, there you go, guys. Sitting on my son Landon's Santa hat. Yeah, look at that. I mean, is that not Christmas spirit right there? This is great. Yeah. Those are looking real good, and I like the way that I like what this mold does. The tips taper so much that you get a more pronounced core effect as the shell gets thinner. I like that a lot. So, yeah. Tell me what you guys think. I think they're absolutely wonderful. Without trying to sound arrogant, these just turned out really good. I was thinking about it last night at like 1 in the morning when I got home. I was like, I need to do some Christmas baits. What could I do? And I was actually going to try to dip some tubes, but my wife said, why don't you do some Christmas core shots? So, thanks, baby. These actually look really good. And just real quick, guys, just wanted to show you a couple things that I poured using those new Dead Meat custom eyes. So, got some rainbow trout there on the left, of course, and then some kind of golden eye shads. You know, I'm a big James Bond fan, so when I saw those eyes, I said, well, I need to make something with gold in it. So I did a dusted gold triple laminate there. So it's essentially the same look on each bait, just two different techniques and two different lovely eyes. So, yep, some pretty cool hand pours. Just wanted to show you guys with some of those new eyes from Dead Meat Customs there. So, and then of course today's video we were using Dead On Plastics, and then the core shot from AI. Love the new sticker, Josh, by the way. Good job. Okay, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope everybody's having a good Christmas season, and happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas. Anyway, just wanted to kind of throw some fun kind of novelty items your way, just in the Christmas spirit. So now this coming weekend I'm going out of town. I'm actually taking Simple Jack with me. We're going on a weekend trip to go learn some other types of tackle making. So we're really excited about that. We're going to bring you guys along, and I think it's going to add a whole new dimension to the channel, and kind of open up a whole new audience and type of home tackle making. So excited about that. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Shoot me some comments down below. Let me know what you think of today's video and the baits, and we will see you soon.